Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I did a wedding tip Wednesday, what you do every Wednesday, but this one seemed to, I feel like hit a nerve, or I got a lot of comments and messages that were a little bit on the defensive side when it comes to bustling of the dress. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of bustling of the dress. Not only just the dress, but the time that goes involved with bustling the dress. Yes, I do agree they don't make it easy, but they make it that way so that the dress can flow. Remember, the dress has to be flowing and functional. So a beautiful long train as you're coming down the aisle is absolutely amazing. But when it comes to the dance floor, it doesn't flow right, because as you're spinning, the dress stays still and the bride's kicking her leg like this or kicking her leg like this just to try and keep it off of her feet. So the bustling has to come into play. So this point I want to talk about is, this is not a knock about anybody. This is not somebody, a bridal shop had reached out to me and says, we do help brides with their bustling information. And the video that I did was not about that they don't do that. It was about sometimes, so the person that came to the bridal shop with you and learned how to bustle, for some reason, can't be found after the cocktail hour, because now we have to get you bustled and ready to go walking into your first dance. So my suggestion to you is, any one of these brides that have a dress, is make sure whoever is going to be bustling your dress and learns how to bustle your dress, bring two people. Because I don't know how many times I've stood behind the bride as they're trying to bustle. One person's hand is all the way up the dress, the other one's trying to find the button for it, or the hook, or the latch, or the whatever it is. They can't find. Two people, two heads are better than one. When two people learn how to do it, it will be two people learning and showing and doing it. Second, practice. Get a trial run a week before the wedding. Put it on, try it on for safety purposes and make sure there's nothing on it, kind of thing like that. And bustle practice then. That way there on the wedding day, it goes much faster when it comes to that. So I'm going to tell you a little story that happened a couple of years ago. There was a delay in the ceremony. Now, remember, anytime there's a delay in the beginning, the next few things are altered and compromised. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that. So, ceremony started 30 minutes late. I don't remember why. All I remember is, oh my God, we're going to run out of time. So, it was a wedding party of about 14 people. So, it was not an easy task for the wedding party afterwards. So the ceremony started 30 minutes late. It runs about 10 minutes. So it was supposed to be estimated about 15 minutes. It went about 25 minutes. Okay, so now we're 30 minutes behind, plus an extra 10 from the guesstimation of the itinerary. 40 minutes, 45 minutes, all right? Now, ceremony's done. We go walking out. We start the formal pictures now. I knew, and the DJ and I discussed, I knew we were running late to begin with. Now, not only does that compromise the walk-in time, that compromises the timing of the food, the timing of everything else all the way down, because things are set up, guidelines on purpose. So hear me out. I busted my butt. I don't like doing this, but I had to make it like a cattle call. Next. And I don't like doing that, but for the sake of being 40 minutes behind, I really had to make up something somewhere. So I told the DJ, I'll do the best that I can. Maybe I can move some pictures that can be done during the reception instead of during the formals. So needless to say, my hour long of pictures, I did it in 40 minutes. So it took 20 minutes off of the time. So now we were only 15 minutes behind. I brought 15 minutes behind from the original quote of starting to walk in. Let's say it was going to be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I caught it up. I made up some time in the middle of the formal pictures. So, excellent. Told the DJ, hey, I made up 20 minutes. We can adjust as we go along when it comes to the food or the cutting of the cake or something. We can manipulate something later on. He goes, perfect. Thank you for doing that. Okay, sends her off to go get bustled. 45 minutes it took them to bustle one dress. I looked at the DJ and I was like, I did the best that I could. So now, if I didn't make up that extra time, we would have been almost an hour and 15 minutes behind. An hour and 15 minutes when it comes to a wedding ceremony and wedding itinerary is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So you have to learn to pivot. You have to learn to move, and you have to learn to adjust and stuff like that. And I can only do so much when it comes to photography. The DJ's got to do his job. You cannot slow the food down from cooking. The food is cooked and prepared at X time to be prepared for setting of the tables, whether it's a buffet or yes, they can keep things warm, but this happened to be a sit-down meal. So this is a plated meal. Plated meals are a little bit different. Once you start cutting up food up and you start putting it on, the temperatures can change. It can get cold, it can get dry. So I made up my extra time. She goes to bustle the dress. 45 minutes later, she finally is done. Then the DJ still has to line everybody up. So what he did ahead of time was lined everybody up. There was 4 people trying to do this one dress. Everybody said, oh, I know how to do it. Oh, I know how to do it. And could not find the hooks in the sleeves. And sometimes there's a safety pin to mark them. I get all of the scenarios. So I know the wedding vendors and the bridal shops in my area give you a video showing how to do your particular wedding dress bustle. Every dress is different. Some have a longer train, shorter train. Some are bustled in layers and tools and all that other stuff like that. I know the bridal shops in this area will give the bride a video clip of how to do it. They will actually record you doing it or somebody doing it on you when you're standing inside of the bridal shop before you even take the bridal dress home. So that's another way to do that. They also give you a step-by-step on your phone. Click here, do this, look for the hook and which stages to do it. So they also give you the tool, which is almost like a crocheting needle. They also give you the tool that is needed if there's a tool that's needed. So the bridal shop does everything that it needs to do. What the bride needs to do is make sure somebody is not been drinking and they don't need glasses because, oh my God, I've heard that so many times. I only did this in the bridal store when I had my glasses on. Well, now I'm here at a wedding, I don't have my glasses on. Let's think about this for a second. So make sure whoever's doing your bridal bustling dress is prepared for glasses or no alcohol or whatever. And if it's an older person, you want it for memory purposes, you can put your hands on the dress as if they were doing it, but then have somebody that's, doesn't have any problem with their fingers or their hands. And let them do that part of that. So it's very, very important. Have somebody that knows how to bustle your dress. 2 people minimum. The bridal store will give you a video. They will give you any necessary tools and information that you need to do it. But it's your responsibility as a bride to make sure whoever's going to be doing it is not going to be lost in the cocktail hour, is not going to be wearing glasses or need glasses and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm being a little bit picky, but the wedding itinerary suffers, which means the vendors all have to pivot and adjust and the food and everything else like that. And we don't want to have to do that. We want to be able to capture your day without the oh my God, we're running out of time and you didn't even walk in yet and the food is ready. And we still have to do your walk-in, your intros. We still have to introduce mom and dad and the grandparents. And then we're doing a toast. So the best man and the maid of honor, which I'm going to do another video on the length of toast, how long they should be. Keep them simple. Another story. So and then all those other things have to be done prior to the food even being done. So there's so many factors that come into that play. So the best tips I can give you is have somebody that's going to be present at the wedding party to do your bustling. Bring 2 people to your fittings to make sure they know how to bustle. Get your video, get your information so that they have it in their phone so they can look at how to do the bustling. Be prepared to do it quick. If you need extra time, prepare for that. Hey, Ron, we have a longer, it's going to take, every time we've tried practicing it, it takes us 15 minutes to do this. So now we know we've got 15 minutes to prepare for, make up for, or adjust for, or get it done. So bring 2 people, get your videos, get your information from the bridal shops that they're going to give you so that you can bustle the dresses and the little videos that come along with that. So very, very important part of that. So I feel like my wedding tip Wednesday thing that I do struck a nerve with a few people that about the bustling, because yes, sometimes it is out of your hands. The bride is literally standing backwards and she can't see what they're doing back there, and she's just literally standing there waiting for the 2 people that you picked to do the bustling. So make sure they're responsible, bring them along, make sure they practice, make sure they have all the information they need, make sure they've done it at least once or twice prior to your wedding with it on your body, or even hang up on a hanger. So any way you can do it when it comes to that. So that's very important. So that is the video about bustling your dress and the importance of it and how it can delay and affect your wedding. So thank you for coming back to the channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave your comments below. If you've had issues with good and bad, leave them in the comments below about, whether you're a bride and you're doing it, or even a fellow photographer or a DJ and you're looking at this. Put your story down inside of there with no names, no brides' names, no bridal dress stories or anything like that. Just, so that we can keep the conversation going, we can interact. So thank you guys for coming back to the channel, and remember to smile more because it sure does hurt less. Peace.